Yeah.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we've got the Vikings field stretching tight end. No one's been busier this season as he currently paces the NFL in receptions. It's the Vikings and the Packers on Thursday night.
Nightfall in Minneapolis in December usually spells freezing temps, and that is precisely the case outside these walls. But we are a comfortable 72 degrees inside U.S. Bank Stadium. But tonight we start Week 14 of the NFL season with a great Thursday night matchup, as it'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the Minnesota Vikings. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by.
Of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick back in 2020 from LSU. It's Joe Burrow.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 23 carries, 82 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, obviously, he didn't have a great deal of time between games, having to turn around on a short week and get ready for Thursday night football. But he said in pregame, he was feeling
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Here we go.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long.
11 MT, Kate. 11
Draw
MT,
play, Washington. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Call it a pickup of 3, and also now likely a punt on their opening drive. After last week's loss, you bet this offense probably wanted to come out with a little more fire than a 3 and out.
And I'm sure that people are saying, hey, come on, Coach, what was the pregame talk? Have these guys ready to go? But you and I both know it goes into preparation and practice and being ready to go. That gives you the confidence to come out and play. They've got to find that and fast.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. So call that a 56-yard punt with a return of about 11. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl type season. And maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year. And with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very...
And this intercepted on the first play of the game. And they finally put an end to this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football. Because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
2nd and 10. Now it's Burrow. He finds his man complete. That's Norris. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down.
11 mighty. 11 MT. 12.
Now a handoff to Charbonnet. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Christian Gonzalez. And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. He's got Thomas yet again complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Herbert. Thomas brings it in. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. To the air again, Herbert. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Lindsey will take this into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And listen, these Thursday night games, they're tough on the body. You just played on Sunday, 72 hours later. Hey, it's game day again, but I have to think a Thursday night game in September much more preferable than a Thursday nighter in December, no?
Well, there's no doubt about it. You mentioned how tough it is on the body. How about the mind? You're already tired, fatigued, right? Trying to battle for playoff spots. And here you have the quick turnaround. Now, the flip side is, if you take care of business, win that Thursday nighter, you go into a mini open week. Gives you a few extra days to heal up the body and the mind before you play your next game.
Burrow's throw complete there to St. Brown. Down to the 10. Touchdown! Amon-Ra St. Brown with career touchdown number 75. And the Packers are an extra point away from evening this one up. Now the extra point try forthcoming.
Check. Alert. Bronco switch.
It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Here comes Montgomery now to return it. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
Got his man completed for the middle. That's Thomas. And he's finally taken down. It's a big game there, and will turn out to be the final play of this this first quarter. These two teams all tied after one. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Got a man. It's complete to Jelani Woods. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Herbert operating from the red zone. Looking for Woods again, and he finds him. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Herbert. Touchdown, Vikings! A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Tucker now for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. 5 plays there on that drive. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we could walk away with a win.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. His 2nd catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up 3rd down now.
In today's football, receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage. When you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
And he's going to have the Packers' first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Here we go. 11, Thomas.
First down. Here's Burrow. And his pass incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
On 2nd down, here's Burrow. It's St. Brown. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 29-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. And that sack certainly just strengthening his candidacy for Defensive Player of the Year. You think he's got that one in the bag yet?
I'm not willing to vote quite yet, just because I won't wait till the season's over. But he is really tracking towards it. Just look at all the great plays we've seen from him throughout the season. Strength plays that you referenced there, as well as agility plays. They just have not found a way to block him consistently.
Now Burrow. Under pressure, they got him again. Drop for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
That's 3 sacks now. That's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
And not what he was hoping for there as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He only has a single solo carry, one. Numero uno. Second quarter, they need to get in the ball more, don't they?
I'm not the greatest statistician in the world.
Yeah, you are.
But a back like that with only one carry kind of takes me back to college in the classroom. Not enough evidence to declare what you should do the rest of the game. Give him the ball some more and find out.
Will they incorporate him? We'll find out. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. He finds his man, complete. It's Moody. Touchdown, Vikings! A big play there. 59 yards. And the Vikings will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This taken in right around the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Packers with the football here late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up a second down to just a couple. Now it's Burrow. He'll find Hodgins there, complete. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
11.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. But Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Ready?
So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll head down to our left. All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They've reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. These two division rivals, a couple of late games on the schedule this year. Their first meeting, you might remember, was back in Week 10, and it was the Vikings who won that one on the road, so they'll look for the sweep here in Minneapolis. A short throw pulled in by Woods. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there, first down Vikings. That catch in his career is number 662, and that's significant because it ties him with Hall of Famer Ozzie Newsome.
Yeah, who was a wide receiver at Alabama before he transitioned in the NFL. And we're seeing similar attributes here because the ability to play inside, outside, flex out, he can catch it from any position and turn it into a big play.
Now he's got his eyes on 700. Justin Herbert looking to throw on second down. A short throw pulled in by Woods. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Herbert now. The short throw pulled in by Woods. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. On 1st down, it's Herbert. Touchdown! A 20-yard touchdown. And the Vikings take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Now come the Packers for their next drive as we take a look at the playoff race in the NFC coming into the weekend. Now the current playoff picture, and you can see they are one of those 3 wildcard teams, at least for the moment, but they have not clinched that spot, Charles. And look, their message has been clear. We're keeping our foot on the gas to the very end.
And how about the theater and the drama that's involved, partner? The best part, we've got a front row seat to it all. And I think this is obviously the ultimate goal when they added a 7th seed to the playoffs back in 2020. More drama, more teams in it late in the season, and more important on games like this.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Burrow will throw. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And this is going to be incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
On now is the Packers punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Justin Herbert leading this unit out for their next possession. Last series, the ball never hit the ground. 6 of 6, touchdown pass, so whatever he did then, do it again, right?
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of when I watched the best quarterbacks throw 7-on-7 or even routes versus air. They're accurate. The receivers catch it. The ball never touches the ground. Or if you want to take it to basketball, a well-executed fast break, right? Pass, 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 finish at the rim, basket. Yeah, the ball never hits the ground there either.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. Meanwhile, Herbert's throw is pulled in by Woods. And a crossover out of bounds right at the 25. 16 more on that one and another 1st down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. A short throw pulled in by Woods. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. From the 20, here's 2nd down and 5. Herbert throwing again. And Woods has it complete. They have certainly looked his way in this 3rd quarter. Another catch, and it's good for a 1st down. Back to throw here, Herbert. Touchdown, Vikings! A great play there. With his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Vikings will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack the defense and take them out of the game.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual. Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Oh, and that is incomplete. On now is the Packers punter, standing just outside his own goal line. He'll look to set up his blockers. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They're just looking for more of the same. Great first half so far. Good second half. And you know, sometimes, I guess, maybe, Charles, these coaches, they don't have to tell these guys much when they're rolling like they're rolling right now.
You're exactly right. I've heard stories of some of the best coaches in our time or any time having grabbed their staffs at halftime and said, guys, they're playing really well. Don't go in there and give them a whole lot of stuff. Just
and we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Again, Herbert. He'll get the hook up there to Woods. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. They'll run with Lindsey. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now's where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
Again, it's Lindsey. And this time he'll work his way in. Touchdown, Vikings. So how about the season, Charles, that he continues to put together? That's now 25 rushing touchdowns on the year. That's getting into some very rarefied territory.
Yeah, it made you and I do a little extra homework prior to this one in anticipation because that one moves him past John Riggins with 24. He draws even with Emmitt Smith at 25 in 1995. Next up, Priest Holmes and Sean Alexander with 27. And the guy on top, LT, LaDainian Tomlinson, the Hall of Famer, he had 28 in 2006.
79 Broncos.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Complete to Washington. Room past the 35. And he's going to get this to the 40-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time, multiple guys get to it. Looking to throw on second down. Johnson. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile. Looking to throw. Johnson. And the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. On now is the Packers punter. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Taken from just outside the 30. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard. But they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 12 yards there, first down Vikings. Another run by Lindsey. He's got it to the 43 here.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
On second down, a run with Lindsey. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 41 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. A give up the middle to Lindsey. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a very solid return out across the 45-yard line before going out of bounds.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can...
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. Well, the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Here is third and quite a ways.
Back to throw. Johnson under pressure, and they get to him again. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to fourth. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. So that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. That good for 22 with a first down. They'll go again with Lindsey. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.